Hey there, Jonathan. Let me turn on the light. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. My camera's good,
No
I
problem.
think.
I've actually got to figure my camera is not connected for some reason. We got to figure out what's going on. It's like, what is happening? Gotta love it when that works that way. There we go. All right, let me get everything set here and I'll bring you in as a co-host. Nothing like rebooting your computer to try to get memory back and then finding out nothing's working. It's like, I love it. There we
Yeah,
go.
or the constant updates that they're sort of updating now. They always make you update something on the device and you have to restart. So
It it can be fun sometimes, but that's all right.
Yeah.
It's all part of the technology.
yes,
Uh,
especially now with AI, I'm assuming the updates are just gonna keep on hammering and hammering and hammering. So I'm excited about the self-hosted models. So hopefully any new devices in the future will just come with like local models. I
wouldn't
think
that be cool?
that would be
Yeah,
so
that would
cool.
be way cool. All right.
Also,
So if you guys are just joining us while we're letting everybody join in, we've got a lot of people joining in. If you would just in the comments, let us know whereabouts you're from. I am down in Alabama this week and excited to be here. Mainly excited to be in Alabama. I haven't been down here for a while, and I would love to know whereabouts you guys are coming in from. That's always fun to see. So please let us know, and we're going to get a couple things set up here, and we'll be ready to go and get everybody set. We have muted everybody on entry. If you guys could just stay muted, that would be great. We would appreciate that. And that way we don't have to hear the dogs and everything, the cell phone and everything in the background. And in just a moment here, Javi and I will get things kicked off and we'll do that. Let me make sure there's my video and there's Javi. There we go. Click enough, we get there. All right. So let's see where we got. Well, man, I see Portugal's the first thing I see popping up. Texas,
that's
Philadelphia,
awesome.
Nashville,
Kenneth's on
Connecticut,
Georgia.
Randy
I'm
from
on.
Spring Lake, Florida.
It's awesome.
Great stuff across the board. Orlando International Airport. Doug, I hope you have a good flight. Bristol, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Louisiana, and so all the way from Norway. I love that. That's fantastic. Fantastic. All right, well, we'll give this just a second here and we'll get things ready to rock and roll. Make sure we got the note takers going. All right. I think it looks like the dings have slowed down, Javi. So I will
Okay.
let me do a quick introductions for those of you guys that don't know, or I'm excited to have Javi with us again. So most of you know Formwise is one of our preferred partners when it comes to creating and being able to monetize custom GPTs and things like that. We love their form tools and everything else. So we're really excited that Javi's with us today, and we're going to be talking and walking through a number of things. I'm going to turn the show mainly over to Javi and let him run. I will be doing my best to monitor chat and see what we can do there.
Awesome,
Um,
awesome, Jonathan. Well, I
yeah,
appreciate you inviting me as well. Again, it's always it's always a fun time. Um, so
yeah,
I'll
go
share.
ahead, run.
Yeah, I'll share my screen and we'll get started. So I'm going to pull up my Canva presentation. Canva guys, there's a ton of AI stuff out there for slides. Canva's still the best. I still
I
love
agree with
Canva.
you.
It's just so easy to use and they have so many cool templates. So I'm going to go ahead and present and I'm going to go through my slides quick. My goal on this call today, guys, is regardless if you sign up with Formwise or not, I just want to sort of share the opportunity in front of us as creators, as knowledge experts, as coaches, as course creators, whatever type of info you're selling online via a service, a course, a PDF, an ebook. I want to let you know that now is the time to start putting those insights, that expertise, that experience into an AI asset, whether it's through Formwise or not, or whether you decide to one day code your own tool. All of that, like the what's it called? The playing field is now more open. You don't need to be you don't need to be technical anymore. And especially now with basically the lingua franca of software engineering is going to essentially be prompting in the near future. You want to learn how to sort of take those insights and turn those into a specific AI asset. So that's what we're going to cover today. I am going to talk about Formeyes, but I do just want everybody that joined today to walk away with that knowledge on how to take that expertise and basically wrap it into a GPT and hopefully turn that into something that can be monetized or at least capture leads or add value to your existing products and services. So without further ado, I'm going to move some Zoom stuff out the way here and let's get started. So again, if you guys are familiar with Formwise, we are an AI tool builder where you can take any useful prompt and turn it into an AI tool, whether that's a co-pilot, which is like a GPT, or a smart form. Any prompt can be turned into those tools, and those tools can be embedded anywhere. We will cover that a little bit later. Again, if you aren't familiar with Formwise, we are an AI tool builder. What's new at Formwise is, of course, we're really excited about the new O3 engine because it's a research engine. It can basically do research, crawl the internet for you, and then deliver more up-to-date insights. I actually built a tool 20 minutes before this webinar to sort of showcase exactly how this works. So I'm going to demo that for you. And then another cool feature is we built an AI tool builder that actually builds your AI tool. So I'm going to walk through that today as well, how you can basically describe your tool and our engine will actually build a summary and basically 98% of the tool. That way you can literally almost hold your breath and build a tool on Formwise, embed it inside of your course, inside of your portal, on your website, wherever your tools need to live. So again, this webinar really is about turning what you know into what others can use and pay for. So again, some quick stats here. I pulled this morning. Everybody probably that uses ChatGPT knows the big GPT-5 flop. It broke my heart too, seeing 4.0 go away. Luckily, I think they brought a lot of the legacy models back. But I sort of still see sort of a big elephant in the room that more people aren't talking about O3. O3 is unbelievable. Like O3, on our marketing agency side, we deliver audits and consulting services using O3 by basically doing market research. Things that were previously prohibitively expensive for us to do for our clients, we are now delivering world-class consulting due to O3. We can basically pull population and deliver a lot of useful data because of the O3 engine. I have been wanting to have this engine in Formwise for such a long time because I know if I could wrap those experiences into a product, I know I could get people to actually pay for or even use them as lead magnets. So again, we will cover that. I'm going to go through my slides because I really want to jump into Formwise. And again, if you aren't familiar with the problem that Formwise and other AI tool builders solve is ChatGPT is awesome. It'll always be awesome. You'll probably always be a user of ChatGPT. But the problem is sometimes your end users, your audience doesn't live in ChatGPT. They might have signed up for ChatGPT, but likely you want them to stay in your ecosystem. So whether that's a course, a portal, your website, some type of gated environment, you don't want to sort of send them to a GPT link or outside of that ecosystem. Another thing too is your IP is basically stuck with OpenAI. So you don't fully control that. And again, it's not easy to monetize and it's not white labeled. So people know it's ChatGPT and you don't really get credit for those AI insights. So, and the thing is as well is most people that aren't power users of ChatGPT, when they get to ChatGPT, they basically have blank screen syndrome. They can't get the results. They can't get the outcomes that you as the AI expert know how to exactly get. So think about it. If you're a coach, maybe you have a special framework that does market research or builds a customer avatar or a really impressive marketing campaign. A business owner is not going to be able to do that. They might get something generic because it's really like being a talented Googler. If you're a more talented Googler, you're going to get better results than somebody just inputting, how do I start a marketing campaign? So this is the opportunity here that we see that people are getting really powerful results with these AI engines, but then they're not able to really capture all that value. So that's what we're trying to solve at Formwise. And again, so from prompts to products, it's finally practical to basically build research style tools. So again, O3 is going to make that very possible. Again, if you're a coach or you're a course creator and you have, again, your secret sauce that you've sort of prompted, you can take that framework, build an interactive tool. And of course, a lot of Formwise users actually monetize the tools. We have built-in monetization. but you could just wrap this as part of your existing value ladder. So if you sell a course, you want to add AI tools inside the course, you are able to do that. That's happening now. Users are building dozens and dozens and dozens of tools every day on Formwise in this exact use case. So again, I'm going to keep going. Again, niche AI that thinks in real time. So why O3 is so powerful is because it's literally, of course, it's never going to replace well, I want to take that back. It might replace a human. So at this point, but at the moment, it literally thinks like a human because when you ask it to do something, say, hey, find me the latest news in my local area, it'll actually go and crawl the latest news, the latest headlines, and then you can actually use that data to build something that is accurate and fact checked instead of relying on the other more static models that don't do research, can't crawl the web, and are really just relying on what OpenAI has trained those models on. So this is extremely powerful, especially for like, if you're like in the real estate space, maybe you needed to research data about a property, it'll basically pull all of the metadata. It might not be able to crawl Zillow, but it can crawl other sites where that property data is available. So, and property data is available basically all over the internet. Same thing with up-to-date health news lines. So maybe you want to pull the latest headlines from the Mayo Clinic. So you find a actual fact check source. You can basically wrap that all into a single tool and deliver those outcomes for your end users. Again, and you're able to charge per use, monthly subscription, bundle in services. Like I said, we have a login mode paywall with Stripe. A lot of people just do the lead magnet and then a paid upgrade path because their tools are basically, and I hate using this word, but it's basically bait. It's like the lead magnet. So people can actually get something for free and then they upgrade to the full course or the full consulting if that's part of your business model. So I'm just flying through these slides. Everybody will get a copy of these slides, by the way, at the end of the call. So actually, I'm going to kind of stop right here because I think we're close here to some examples, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump into Formwise. So again, and if anybody has any questions, I do have Julian on here, and Julian will try to answer some Formwise related questions as well. We will try to get a Q&A in here as well because, again, I want to make sure everybody leaves this call with value. Whether you sign up for Formwise or not, I want to make sure that I basically sketch out the opportunity at hand because we have a lot of people making a lot of money at Formwise. I actually believe we have one user that's making more money than Formwise is making as a company. I'm not even kidding because it's all about productizing your experience, your insights into a prompt. You can either give away that prompt, copy paste it and give it in a spreadsheet or a Google Doc or a GPT link, or you can turn it into an actual product. And there are so many niches, guys, that are underserved. So many niches that probably won't get served by AI because they're so niche, but that doesn't matter because if you have a relationship or a distribution channel in that space, say you can get in front of a bunch of pest control franchises, like the example I'm about to show, that's awesome because who else is going to build an AI tool for pest control companies? That might be part of your offering if you're also selling a CRM or you're selling marketing services or consulting or coaching, or even a course, a marketing course for that niche. It sort of pads up that value. So again, Jonathan, would it be good if I just cover the basics of Formwise, or do you think your audience kind of
Well, I think
knows?
we've got a lot of new users on here, Javi. So I think it'd be great if we take just a moment and talk about, the form tool that's part of Formwise, and then
Mhm.
also the how custom GPTs relate through what we're doing. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time, but just a quick
Sure.
example, and then I know seeing some demos would be great.
Sure, absolutely. So, quick 5 minute recap here in Formwise. So, this is the dashboard. I have probably 1,000 AI tools I've built inside of my specific demo account. I have all my tools here. So, when you sign up for Formwise, which is a 14-day trial, and at the end you'll get a special deal as part of being inside of Jonathan's group. You will actually go through a survey and we will ask you a few questions about your business and who your audience is and what your goal is with monetizing AI. And we will actually pre-build some suggested tools for you. So if you are a life coach and your audience is maybe moms or it's entrepreneurs or dads or some specific niche, we will actually give you suggestions of tools you can actually give and monetize for that specific audience. So this is the dashboard. I already have a bunch of tools. So if you'll notice here, we have a create new tool. So there's really two core tools that you're able to create inside of Formwise. One is going to be a copilot, which again, guys, this is just a GPT. It's a white label version of a GPT. I'm about to open one here in just a minute. And then there are smart forms. So whenever we started Formwise, we basically started with the smart forms. And the reason we did that is because we believe forms are a perennial type of user experience that is basically always going to be around on the internet. People fill in the blank, they hit submit, and it spits something back. So I'm going to show you what one looks like. I'm going to show you, let's do pest control seasonal promo builder. So this is a smart form builder. And if you've ever built a form on the internet, let's just say a Google form, Jot form, type form, you know how to build a AI tool inside of Formwise, especially a smart form. Because all you need to do is add all of your fields here on the left side. So I got 4 questions: target, pest issue, local, season or timing, core offer or promotion, and call to action. And let me tell you why we love smart forms so much. Because the average user, like I said earlier, literally needs to be hand held in doing this. Like if you build a Copilot version of this, yeah, it's great and they can talk back and forth in a conversational way, but there is nothing like a business owner literally going line by line and answering the question exactly how you want them to answer it. It's basically a lot of Formwise users basically call it like, they won't call it smart form to their audience because they're white labeling it, but they'll basically call it fill in the blank AI tools. So in this case, if you had this as a lead magnet or you embedded this in a course or inside a CRM or something, the end user would go through each question and fill out each question. Now you have a few things to customize here. You can obviously add a theme builder. You can add CSS, change the text and the copy and the font. But the core functionality here is your end user is going to fill out this like a form. Now, here's the magic of it. The actual magic of this specific smart form is when they hit submit, it is going to send all of the form submissions for each question into a custom prompt on the back end that the user does not see. So when the form is submitted, the form is basically submitting into a prompt on the back end where you have all of the answers that they submitted mapped for them. So when they hit submit, it's going to spit back whatever this prompt is designed to do. So in this case, this prompt is designed to build a compelling seasonal pest control promotion using the following inputs. And then, I can choose a model, right? I can also choose to let the model scrape the internet in case the seasonal promo has something to do with some news headline or some local offer. I can also layer the actual tool with third-party external data. So if I needed to pull from a spreadsheet of offers or something from an ebook or something like that, I can also add that to sort of make the tool even more IP driven. And there's a few other things like advanced settings if you need to tweak the OpenAI playground settings. This is for advanced users, but that is there if you are an advanced user. So this is basically the whole brain of the tool. And you could add more prompts. So we do support prompt chaining. So now, whenever you go and embed your tool, which we would test the tool first, of course. Let's just do a quick one right here. Let's do mosquitoes. Local let's see, summer. And core offer, get your first treatment at free. And the call to action, book by end of July. Okay, and we'll submit. Okay, now if you were built like there are some foreign users that actually build client specific tools. So the prompt on the back end literally already has all the client information. So the client doesn't even have to submit that. Or you could literally add another field to put business name or put your website. So we can also include your website as a call to action, or scrape the website even, because that also is a capability. And now the end user literally got this basically on a single submission. Now, to be fair, this is a very simple tool. This is a super simple tool. This is just something that maybe would be useful to a small business owner. But think of your most useful prompts. Think of the prompts that you go back to all the time for your clients. How this could essentially be operationalized in a single smart form. And there is no limit to the actual fields. You could have a 10-question smart form, especially if it beats a back and forth conversation, or if you're having trouble with the GPT remembering things. And now I do want to show this as well, because we just added this morning. We have all of these engines. We have O3, of course, which is like the topic of today's training. And guess what? We just added GPT-5. Now, I will say it's in beta because they need to improve it, because it's kind of like, I really don't see a difference between GPT-5 and 4.0. I actually still prefer 4.0. But you have access to all the OpenAI engines. It is on our roadmap very soon to add Claude and Gemini. So you guys can look forward to that as well. But you are able to choose any of the available OpenAI engines. So that is available to you right there. And here are some more capabilities if you needed the tool to also do other things like browse the internet in case you have that instruction inside of the prompt. So that is available to you as well. So that is a smart form. Now, once you're ready to sort of share it, like you are able to embed the smart form anywhere you want. So you can embed it on your website, on your WordPress site, Wix, Go High Level, which, by the way, guys, as part of any Formwise subscription, we give everybody a free Go High Level sub account. That way you have a full landing page builder, CRM, membership area, course area. That way you don't even have to sign up for that if you don't want to. We provide all that completely for free as part of your subscription. So you would just grab the code and embed it. Now, however, the cool thing is a lot of people build all sorts of neat tools. And I actually don't have to wait for that. I already have it pulled up. So a lot of people build a ton of tools. And usually they want to embed all the tools on the same page. So what we built is we built a feature called Toolsets that basically allows you to build hosted pages that can host all of your tools. So I'll show you what one looks like that has 6 tools. Critter OS, I think I already have it pulled up. Yeah. So here's an example of a tool set, and you see the tool I used earlier, the smart form. It also lives in here. But I can add as many tools as I want inside of this tool set. So if I've built a tool set of 20 different tools, I can simply click edit here, and I can add a tool from my Formwise account and load them into the tool set. So whether so specifically whether it's a specific copilot or a smart form, all of them can actually live inside of the tool set. And I am having some internet issues here. So yeah. So if we add tool, yeah, it's going to pull up all of them in here. And again, I have 1,000 tools in my account. Most people don't, so it takes forever for all of them to load. But you can have a tool set with dozens of tools that are niche specific. The other thing is you can also add folders, so your end users can access all those tools in a neat and organized way. And the cool thing about tool sets is you can also embed the entire tool set anywhere. So in that embedded iframe, embedded block, people can access all of your tools. So if you want to put it behind some type of paywall or a gating mechanism, you are able to do that. Now, and if you don't have a gating mechanism or you don't have a paywall, don't worry, we also got you. We have something called login mode. So login mode is, and I don't think this specific tool set has it on. So login mode, if I decide to turn it on, I can actually integrate with Stripe and create plans and user tiers. So my end users can actually sign up to use my tools. And you can set pricing, plans, credits. We can also send you the data when they sign up if you need to add them to your For example, if you need to add them to a spreadsheet or to MailChimp. So all of that is available within the tool set. So that is optional in case you want to monetize through specific Formwise. But most people, again, might already have a portal. You might already have some type of paywall. So you might not even need this feature, but this feature is there if you just want to basically uh, take advantage of everything we give you. And again, once you integrate with Stripe, you will control all of the users, all of the usage, basically all the credits inside of this specific tool set. So at the end of the day, your users do not see this specific top part. They only see and get access to um, uh, this specific view. So let's jump back into the dashboard and let me show you the co-pilots. And let me go ahead and pull up one of the O3 engines to kind of show you how you can take a GPT and turn it into a co-pilot and then embed the co-pilot. So this is the one I built earlier. It's called NewsScribe. And I just came up with the idea on the fly. I'm like, I want to build a GPT that basically acts as my personal journalist that can take a local headline and then turn it into an article. Now, I'm not sure how I would monetize this. Now, maybe you could sell this to a business that needs to write SEO articles, and you'd be like, "Hey, this is a trained co-pilot that's going to write things about your local area," and then you could add it into the instructions to only search about this specific local area. Now, if I look at my instructions here, you might find this very familiar to the GPT builder because we kind of mapped it like it. So, of course, just like GPTs, co-pilots work with a base system identity prompt. So almost like you are programming your own personal robot, you are giving it personality instructions, you are giving it instructions to basically handle the conversation in this way with the end user. So let's kind of look at what NewsScribe is sort of prompted to do. Let's kind of zoom in a little bit so everybody can see. So the identity of this co-pilot is you are NewsScribe, an AI assistant that functions as a local digital journalist. Your role is to research and write engaging blog style articles based on recent news from a specific location. As soon as the user provides a city or region, you will use your browsing capabilities to search for the most current and credible news headlines, ideally from the past 24 to 72 hours only. And then basically the user is going to select the story. You are going to scrape the article, extract key facts, quotes, and details, and rewrite into a well-structured blog style article. So I have my instructions here on how it needs to sort of follow these instructions with the end user. So I have the whole process outlined. And again, guys, this is best practices if you're ever building a GPT. Jonathan, I'm sure, has some awesome resources for building an amazing GPT. It's probably very similar. You want it to ask one question at a time. You want it to follow a very specific process. So the actual co-pilot can collect that information and then use all of that information to actually like get the actual outcome of the goal of the specific co-pilot. So again, it's asking several questions. It's going to ask for the location. It's going to go fetch them. It's going to present some story outlines. It's going to scrape the content, ask for the tone, and then generate the article. So I can actually test this out on the right. And before I actually test it out, let me show you some more features. Again, we have dark mode, light mode, and spoiler alert, we actually have a theme builder coming out as well. That's already in development, and it should be out very soon. So you'll be able to sort of everything from the font, from the size to the colors, all of that will be customizable. Again, we kind of chose these themes just because it's familiar, like ChatGPT. So again, I can add a description. I can add a placeholder text. I can add a greeting message. So if I remove the greeting message, okay, this is what the actual Copilot is going to look like whenever it's embedded. So this little NewsScribe thing can actually be embedded wherever I want it to be embedded. I can always update the icon. So if I click up here, I can either search one from our library. You can upload one. We also have a icon generator here. So if you need to just tell it to generate a very specific icon based on a style, I told it to make a Pixar style one, and it made it for me. I can always hit generate. And I actually like the one I have right now, so I'm not going to generate it. And I can actually also give it conversational starters. So if you don't have any conversation starters, we can actually generate them for you. This is mainly for the end user, so they can actually start the conversation for you. So in this case, I don't need it to start a conversation because I kind of know what I'm going to ask it. Same thing here. We can layer this Copilot to not just search the internet, not just scrape like some site that you also give it, but also be able to tap into static data that you give it. So the knowledge that is given to the Copilot here, the Copilot can actually reference it. The end user doesn't know that it has this information. So if you have some type of proprietary data, maybe you have your ebook, or maybe you have a list of sources or a list of pricing that you need a Copilot to actually pull from, just upload it to the knowledge base, and then just make sure you have the identity prompt explicitly only pull data from the knowledge given. People sometimes forget that part. And then, of course, same thing, the capabilities. We have a consent agreement. So this is important for like life coaches and stuff where you are maybe collecting some type of personal information. You can always add your own consent agreement along with whatever HIPAA stuff. There is user data sources. So this is also cool. So if your end user needs to upload a PDF or a piece of data that the Copilot needs to access to read and basically do its job, you are able to also do that as well. So let's test out this identity prompt. So again, if you guys want to take a screenshot here, this is a good example of a GPT prompt. So if I go and build a GPT with this and I call it a new scribe GPT, it should follow this exact process outline. So again, the Copilot is basically a GPT builder inside of Formwise. So if you have existing GPTs, you can just copy and paste those instructions into the Copilot builder. So let's just start it out. So I'm going to say hi. And guys, I am crossing my toes because you know how it goes with demos. Okay, so I have hi. All right, so to get started, what city or region should I focus on today? Yep, it's following the instructions. It's asking for the location. So I'm just going to say Chattanooga because there were some storms recently. And again, if you ever use an O3 engine, you'll sort of remember the thinking here. So the thinking is basically it's searching for news articles. It's not just pulling from what the model is trained on. It's actually pulling up to date information. So of course, the new lookouts ballpark. I actually am aware of this one. So I'm gonna say let's do number 4. Okay. And again, it's following it. So it fetched the fresh headlines. Now it's going to present the short story options. Let's do it community driven, be a little satirical. That's how you spell it. Again, I'm just throwing some curveballs at it. So think if you're a coach and you have a GPT that walks a client through a framework, again, instead of sending them to ChatGPT, what if this just lived inside of your course? Like this lived inside of your membership area or your paywall or your Notion or wherever you're sending clients at the moment. Again, if you don't have a paywall or a membership area or a website, we give you guys the Go High Level sub account, which we have tutorials for and templates on setting up your website. And again, I'll show you some examples of what exactly that looks like. So it looks like it went ahead and made the entire article for me. Now I could always just copy this and the formatting will actually be identical to the ChatGPT one. We are working on getting this a little bit cleaner so it looks a little bit better when as it's specifically aligned. I'm going to show you what it looks like whenever it is pasted into a Google Doc. So let me show you. I'm going to paste that in here. And there it is. So it looks a lot better whenever it's actually pasted inside of a Word or a Google Doc. Now, another thing that is on the roadmap is actually building actions at the end, where if you want the end user to basically export into a PDF, export into a webhook. So if you need this to fire some type of webhook in a Zap, we are building all that because basically a lot of people, I mean, well, I will put myself in this category too. A lot of people rely on ChatGPT for everything. I do. I love ChatGPT. But it would be so awesome if inside of ChatGPT, I could also, have it one-click export to a specific document template, and that I have. And I am aware that you can do that, but I want that for my client. I want my client to be able to do that. And I definitely don't want to send them to a ChatGPT, especially as they now are, from what it looks like with the ChatGPT stuff, it sounds like, I mean, they're making money hand over fist, but it does seem like they are now sort of trending towards limiting the usage a little bit. I hope that's not the case, but that's kind of where the wind's blowing. So if I have to let my client go sign up for another subscription where instead I could just bundle this into whatever I'm already charging them, I'd much rather do that. Because at the end of the day, the AI value, they are going to be getting it from me, not from ChatGPT, even though we are using OpenAI, of course, right? It's not about OpenAI versus Formwise. It's about who is the conduit of that value. And they are going to see you as a conduit of that value. It's kind of like when you build a website for someone, you go build a website for a client, the client doesn't know how to maintain it, so they're going to pay you for hosting. So it's the same exact concept here. And guys, this is a super easy tool. Like this is a super simple tool. I mean, like this is a like I am not as talented as probably most people on this call when it comes to expertise. So I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a master at none. But some of you are probably life coaches or business coaches, and you guys have a signature framework that you help people with in a specific industry or niche or audience or type of customer avatar. And that framework can be wrapped into a tool. Again, whether you use Formwise or not. Again, this is not a sales call. The whole point of this is you can take that signature framework, turn it into an AI wizard for your framework, and then monetize it or use it as a lead magnet or add value to your existing course or coaching service. So this is what a Copilot looks like. This is the O3 engine in action, as you can see. Now, so this engine is actually fairly new for the Formwise community as well. It's only been out for about 30 days. One other example I saw is a sports betting Copilot. So goes and pulls the latest sports fixtures, and then I don't know his framework for the sports betting. I don't bet anything because every time I go to a casino, I lose money. Like there's a specific framework that he has that people pay him for to teach them how to be good at sports betting. And he has that in a Copilot. Now, what would happen if he just gave away that GPT? He gives away that GPT. Everybody has access to that GPT, or it's not necessarily gated because somebody could share the link to that specific GPT. So we are constantly improving the platform. So let me kind of show you now, guys, for any beginners that may not have any GPTs, and that's okay. If you have no GPTs, it is okay because we have templates. And the next thing that I'm about to show you hopefully blows some people's minds because it blows my mind every time I use it. And that is the AI tool builder that builds AI tools. And I promise it's not like a Terminator that's going to sort of start, building on its own and then, it's going to take over the world. I wish. I'm just playing. It is simply a open-ended. I'll just click on it here. So I'm going to click AI tool builder. And this might be the first thing you do, guys. Like I went through the smartphones and the Copilots and the O3 example really quick. This is probably the first thing you want to do after you fill out the survey, and then we give you tool suggestions. You might want to just click on the AI tool builder and describe the tool you want to build. So let's just think of a cool tool. I don't know if you have any ideas, Jonathan. I'm open to some ideas. Let me think of something. Let's do a baby name recommender. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Julian. You probably have a better idea. Baby name her.
Yeah, I was thinking of some of the recent things I've seen. And I've heard of one tool that would be able to generate workout routines for people that is, totally new to working out.
Routines for beginners. Okay, this is all you need, guys. You just need literally a half-baked idea like this. And if you're worried about it not being descriptive enough, you can always click this little button that says enhance prompt. And what we'll do is we'll just enrich what you just entered. So again, this is our version of handholding, and that's not in a way a bad thing because a lot of people do have um, what's that called? Writer's block, creator's block. I have it too. Sometimes I can't get anything out. I kind of have an idea, but then I just need to sort of have an example first. So say you're a fitness coach, an online fitness coach, and maybe you sell meal plans, maybe you sell workout plans, maybe you talk to people one-on-one once a week. This is another thing you could add to your value stack, a beginner's workout routine generator that they can access within your course. And then maybe you could layer it with your workout. So let's go ahead and hit generate outline. So what this is going to do is it's going to generate the summary of what the tool is to do. It's not going to generate the tool just yet because we don't want it to generate the tool because you might have some tweaks once you see the summary. So I'll just wait here for it to generate. Okay, there we go. So it is going to generate a summary of what the tool is going to do. So that is what this is right here. Okay. And then on the left side, I can talk to Formwise and be like, I don't want it to do this. Oh, I wanted to ask 4 questions max. And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a second. So let's kind of look at the outline that it made for this tool. So this is what's called user stories. So if you're not familiar with the software world, user stories is basically a story of you putting yourself in your user's shoes so you know how they would use your tool. So for example, as a user, I want to specify my primary fitness goal so that my workout routine is tailored to my objectives. As a user, I want to choose how many days per week I can exercise. As a user, I want to indicate what equipment I have access to. So these are all great. So I'm going to say here, I want the end user to answer max 6 questions. I can hit enter. And this is going to update the summary, okay? And once it updates the summary, and I'm happy with the like the user stories of how my user is going to use my tool, I can hit generate my tool. Now, another quick update that's coming to this is we're also going to include a monetization and a marketing blueprint on how you would market this tool. That is also coming very soon. I wasn't able to get that live before the webinar. I wanted to, but basically the next time you sort of log in here in about a week, you are going to be able to click generate monetization plan, and we will actually write the marketing copy to go promote your tool and actually get users and leads and hopefully monetize it. So let's go ahead and click generate this tool. And one thing I didn't mention is I just said tool, so it's going to generate a smart form. If you wanted to also generate a copilot, just say I need a copilot or I need a chatbot, and it'll actually generate a copilot or a chatbot version of this instead of a smart form. So I just said tool, so it's going to generate a smart form. And once this generates, it's going to give me a link down here, and it's going to pop me over into the builder. So give this 1 second and take a sip of my coffee. There it is. So we're going to click here to check it out. And this is going to open up the builder. And like I said, this is an AI tool builder that builds your AI tool. It's going to go ahead and create my fields, and it's going to create the prompt that powers this form. So I'm going to skip the tutorial here. And there they are, 6 questions. I got to give my primary fitness goal, the workout days per week. Now, I could probably change this into a open-ended instead of a multiple choice. That's up to you guys. Available equipment, injuries or physical limitations, workout style or muscle group preference, and comfort with exercise experience. So one thing I forgot to mention, you want to make all these required. Unless you're collecting an email that's not going to be used as part of the prompt. Just because if they don't answer this, they might mess up the prompt. So all these questions they have to answer. Now, another cool thing here in this inside of the smart forms is you can do display style. So they basically see all of the questions in one place. In case you don't want to do it Typeform style, you might only want to do it so they see all the questions in one go. So I'm actually going to keep it this way. Oh, I forgot to mention this. So if you don't want to display the results, you can always redirect any user to a thank you page and then actually webhook the results via email or via Zapier or via GHL. So all of that is available as well. It's still going to generate the AI response. It's just not going to show it to the user, and it'll just stay inside of your responses as well. So this is also great for onboarding, or if you're building something that basically you were going to do anyways into ChatGPT. I've seen some VAs kind of build a really interesting onboarding form where they fill it out and then it runs it through 20 different prompts to generate what they need to get the project started. So let's go ahead and go into the prompt builder and see what it did for my prompt. So I can click on the prompt and there we go. So here is a prompt. It went ahead and again created the prompt that's going to power this beginner workout routine generator. So you are a certified fitness coach specializing in beginner routines. Using the following user inputs, generate a personalized, easy to follow weekly workout plan for a beginner. So it's got everything mapped. And guys, mapping it's so easy to map. All you do is hit at, and you can map whatever field answer from whatever question. So that's available. And by the way, guys, any international users, anybody building tools in Spanish, Arabic, Chinese, French, German, all of this is internationalized. So you can basically build the fields in your language, build a prompt in your language, and now you have an AI tool in your language, literally in your language. So we have a lot of international users that love Formwise for that very reason, because the true story is a lot of AI platforms, especially the like the hyper niche ones, are never going to offer their platform in a different language. So that's a big market opportunity there as well. So let's look at the prompt. So it's going to create all this. It's going to format it. It might even make a table. We're going to check that out. GPT-4 is great for this. So let's go test out this tool. Let's just see how it runs. And again, I built this in like 2-3 minutes. So let's see. I want to lose weight. Workout days for available equipment, dumbbells, kettlebell, and a pull-up bar, and an exercise mat. No injuries, workout style, full body. I know basic exercises, and we can submit. Now, if you're doing a lead magnet, guys, I would also include a email field. Of course, the email is not necessarily going to be used in the prompt, but you can use the webhook function to send all of this, basically the entire AI output, along with the email to a CRM, to the Go High Level account, or to MailChimp, or to Salesforce or HubSpot via Zapier or something like that. So you can deliver a personalized AI result when they fill this out. Again, you don't even have to show them this. You can just deliver it. So it created the table in a beautiful way. Looks awesome. And I got my workout routine. I'm actually going to save this for later because I do need a workout routine. But like I said earlier, if you wanted to, if you are, again, just an example here, if you are a fitness coach and you want the tool to recommend things that are your IP, your experience, your specific insights as a fitness coach, well, you either want to add it into the prompt. So if it's something that can be prompted. If not, maybe you have an ebook about your recipes or about your the specific workouts. You can always add those data sources in there. It can actually scrape your website as well and actually be used as a data source. Now, the next thing I'm going to share here is the prompt training. So notice here how it generated a entire table. I can actually add another prompt here, and I can call this, let's do it, diet. Generate a diet plan based on the workout plan below. And I can actually chain my prompts together so they deliver something again on one submission. So I'm going to actually use, I'm going to use 4.0 again. Again, and honestly, guys, for like the majority of things, 4.0 is awesome. Like for marketing and like any type of business stuff, 4.0 is great. O3 is kind of overkill unless you're building those sort of up to date, dynamic type of tools that just need headlines or information like on the fly. But for most things, 4.0 is going to be amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and just save this prompt. I'm going to say, here's the diet plan. And another thing too that I didn't mention here that's new from last time is we have where is it? Chat with results. I know it's somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. Chat mode. So chat mode, I think if I go ahead and do it, I can go back to my thing. Okay, so chat mode. Chat mode is also really cool because I can actually chat with the results that were just given. So the end user can chat with the results. That's an option. That is optional. You don't have to turn that on. I'm going to go ahead and redo this again and do it with the new prompt chain just to show you guys this thing in action. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, lose weight for resistance bands, dumbbells. I'm just going to put knee pain this time, full body, and basic exercises. So now it is going to generate it is going to generate that workout plan. Then after it generates this workout plan, it's going to go ahead and generate the diet plan based on this workout plan. So it's going to be very tailored to whatever was generated here. So let's see what that looks like. And again, all this, you can deliver this via a webhook. It doesn't need to stay on Formwise. So there it is, guys. And you could deliver this for $5. Like this is like, hey, get your $5 customized tailored diet, especially if you made it more niche. Like this is so broad. Make it keto, make it for moms, make it for, for busy entrepreneurs, for like, again, whoever your audience is. All right. So, and the cool thing with Formwise is we let you build unlimited co-pilots, unlimited smart forms, depending on what plan you're on. If you're on the agency plan, which is the offer we have here that I'll share here in just a minute. Oh, click the wrong button there. You can also build unlimited tool sets. So if you want to have collections of tools for different niches, you are able to do that. So how are we on time, Jonathan? I want to respect everybody's time, and I want to make sure we get to the offer as well.
Why don't we do this? Depending where we're at, why don't we go over the offer, and then if you've got time, I know there's a lot of questions that people have got, some really good questions. We've been answering them in the chat, but if it works for you, I know you've got a special offer for the group, and that's really amazing. So why don't we, if that works for you, let's dive into that.
Yes, let's go ahead and dive into that. So I have it up. Can everybody see my screen here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. So again, this is a webinar only deal. I did get permission from Sean. This is available till the end of the month. However, it is a 14-day free trial, right? So if you sign up today, it's not going to cost you anything. It is completely free for 14 days. As a matter of fact, you don't even need an OpenAI API key for the first 14 days. We cover everything. Not just that, it is 50% off the agency plan. Okay, so you get 50% off. You do have to use the code Jonathan, and you do need to sign up through this specific link. If you could throw this link in the chat, that would be awesome.
I will do that.
And the other thing too is you do get a free Go High Level sub account. If you're unfamiliar with Go High Level, I can have a whole webinar just on Go High Level. It is a unbelievable CRM that comes with a website builder, a landing page builder, a membership course. I guess it's a learning management system where you can host all your courses.
Yes, it's a full learning management.
Yep. On top of it being a CRM that has texting, email marketing, social media scheduler. Like I'll kind of give you a quick little tour here in just a minute. It comes with templates to sell AI. So if you need to sell your AI tools or sell your coaching services, we have about a dozen templates specifically for that. You'll also get a free AI monetization playbook. Now, a lot of you on the call probably already have a niche. You probably already serve particular types of customers. Maybe you're into consulting. Maybe you're a business coach. Maybe you're a life coach. If you don't have any ideas, we will give you a monetization playbook of 40 niche ideas and revenue models with your sign up today. And again, all the features demo today are live actually this should say in the dashboard, not the resource center. It's live on the platform. I don't know why I had that typo. So let me kind of share my screen here and kind of walk you through. This is the Go High Level CRM. Again, you'll activate this once you sign up to Formwise. You'll get the link to actually create a sub account, and you'll get access to the sub account immediately as well. And again, it is a awesome CRM, guys. Like the MSRP value of this, if you just go sign up to GHL on your own, is $97. So this almost pays for itself if you decide to sign up to GHL in the future. If you've ever used ClickFunnels, if you've ever used MailChimp, this replaces everything. Teachable, Kajabi, and they're only getting better. They have a few AI tools in here as well that are more for your customers. Like if you're a small business, I think they have AI voice and stuff like that. They have an invoicing system. They have contacts, calendar, so it replaces your Calendly. It's really a heck of a system. I could literally spend hours and hours and hours. And if you go YouTube Go High Level, you will see a ton of affiliates and a ton of people talking about how awesome it is, because it really is one of the most powerful platforms on the internet and the best bang for your buck. And we think we have one of the best deals on the internet. And if you ever need to go, because I think High Level has a few other higher plans if you resell it, we facilitate that for you as well. We never hold your sub account hostage. It is your sub account after all, and we respect your business, and we would never do that for you. So we have a terms and conditions on that there where you, like, if anybody signs up and creates a sub account, it belongs to you. So as long as you obviously pay for your Formwise subscription, if you decide to part ways, we let you export it. So so here, let me go back to so now that I've showed the thing, I can go back to my other slides. So let me kind of present full screen again. Okay, so this is the last slide I was on. So anything you build in Formwise, you can charge the way you want. You don't necessarily have to use a Formwise monetization features we have built in. You may already be charging them in some funnel. We don't want to necessarily replace that. We don't want to add more friction to your funnel. If you're already charging for some type of consulting, or you're selling your course somewhere, just embed the tools inside. So you do have that option. And again, I don't need to really go through this, but basically Formwise, again, it's a drag and drop Copilot builder, smart form builder. It's basically a micro SaaS product. You can add your voice, your method, your framework, your logic in the prompts. And again, Formwise turns GPTs into usable, brandable, sellable tools. And I just went through this, so I don't even need to do this anymore. So here's some examples of some things out in the wild. We have people in different niches that are building tools for their audience. Again, a lot of times these specific tools are the first step in somebody's value ladder. So they sign up for these AI tools, but then the next thing that they're going to be upsold is coaching, is a course, is consulting, is a CRM. So all of that is out there in the wild. Here's a cool example. Actually, I have permission to share this website. So this is one we always share. I think I shared it last webinar as well. They are a real estate coaching company, and they offer all sorts of things. They offer websites, they offer coaching, they offer a GHL CRM, but for agents, and they also offer AI tools specifically built for agents. And on their homepage, if you go to their homepage, last I checked the other week, it was still here. They have some AI tools that are embedded on their homepage, so the real estate agent can actually test drive some of the tools. Now, inside of their platform, and they use GHL to gate it, they actually have a tool set with over 400 AI tools that a real estate agent can use. Now, all the possible valuable use cases that an agent can use ChatGPT for, they've essentially productized it as a feature in their existing offer. Instead of an agent going to ChatGPT and having blank screen syndrome, they can just go into bulletproof, I think CRM.com, and they can go in here and they can use a property description generator. and actually get that right, right there and then, as we showed earlier. So that's a cool example. I always love sharing their stuff. So again, here's an example. Again, I showed you kind of what it looks like to the end users. This toolbar up here is hidden, so they don't see this. Only the logged in Formwise user sees this. All they see is this, and this is actually a real company. Again, that is building their copywriting frameworks into tools, so they can basically send people to one place to actually be able to use those copywriting tools. So, and again, why use Formwise instead of building your own GPT wrapper? Zero code other than the embed code, which is simple. No OpenAI headaches. If you decide to use login mode, then you can have user accounts, pricing, scaling, gating. If you need to limit the usage, it's embeddable anywhere. So a lot of other AI tool builders force you to use their website builder or their landing page builder. And honestly, that kind of stinks, because now you, like almost everybody on this call, probably already has a website builder. You probably already invested time into building something beautiful. Maybe you built a landing page with Lovable or some new platform. We want you to keep something that you already built. We don't want you to basically get a divorce from your existing landing page builder. So that's why we stress a ton the embeddability of the assets that are built inside of Formwise. And again, it comes with pre-built templates, co-pilot ideas. And guys, we have a ton of other resources. We have office hours training live with our team twice a week. So if you need help building your tool, like literally, we will hop on a Zoom call with you and help brainstorm that with you, help specifically troubleshoot that specific use case for you. So we do offer that group Zoom calls twice a week. So let's go back here. Oh, and there is onboarding too. So when you do sign up, you also join onboarding, which is, again, another awesome thing. Kind of want to end it with this sort of quote before we jump into the Q&A from Y Combinator. The creators who win in the AI era won't be the ones with the most followers. It'll be the ones whose knowledge gets used at scale through tools. Again, we're not telling you to build a unicorn, right? We want you to essentially productize and AIify your existing insights before somebody else does. And that is a significant risk for every knowledge expert online today. You want to be the one owning your insights in an AI asset before it's too late. So I think the next thing is a slide. So again, this is the offer. If you guys want to screenshot it, Jonathan, I think you'll be posting in the group this offer
Correct.
as well. And I'll give you the slides as well. That way we can give everybody the slides. I do see we have a ton of questions, and I want to make sure I answer questions as best as I can. So I can actually stop sharing, or I'll just keep my screen up and y'all can ask away. And
I said, if you guys have got questions, if you would raise your hand, then I'll go ahead and bring you guys in. That way we don't have a hot mess here of questions, but just raise your hand. You can go down to the bottom of your Zoom window, and based on that, you can click on raise hand, and we will see your hand, and then we'll go ahead and call on you. While we're waiting for you guys to do that, a couple questions that have come up. I know a couple people have had questions about the API and who pays for that. Javi, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically you get two choices. You can either use your API and then you're responsible for the cost and pass it on to the client, or you can now also, in situations, have the client enter their API and then the client pays for all of them. Am I correct on that?
Yes, you're exactly correct. So those three options, either it's your API key and you just sell the credits, you make them enter their own OpenAI API key, and during the trial, you actually eat our API fee, so you don't even need to enter it in the beginning. Now, what I recommend is you, especially depending on your audience, if they have no idea what an API key is, don't introduce that friction to your client, because then they need to keep the actual API key updated, and that can cause issues. If your client is semi-technical, then yeah, of course. And if you do expect a lot of volume, so for example, we have one Formwise user that built a tool for a school. Well, that school has a technical person. They can go get an API key, and that way they are not responsible for the like any spikes in usage. So that is flexible and that is there for you. Then I think Jeff has a question.
Yeah, Jeff, you are next. Go ahead.
Thanks for having this, Jonathan. Javier,
Mhm.
I joined late. Forgive me, this question may have been answered, but I just want to be able to get it in. I bought and am using Formwise, not to the extent that I need to. When Jonathan, you had a little class similar to this 3 or so months ago. Um, and is this the offer at 50% off? Is it the same offer?
Mhm.
As was then? How did they compare?
It appears to be the same. Javi, I mean, we haven't actually asked that
Yes.
question, but I think it's the same offer, isn't it?
Yes, same offer. It is now open again because it did close out. I
Correct.
have been honoring some here and there, but it is open again, starting today till the end of the month.
Awesome, thank you. I'll email support then,
Yep.
Javier, and my only other question is still your email. You're coming in at brandlift.io. Is that the same as
Yeah.
Formwise?
Yes, that's my Zoom email. I need to update my Zoom email. So yes, that is my email. You can email that one. Actually, I'll put in this email, guys. If you guys like, if you're an existing user, or and again, if you've already paying performance at full price, we will honor it just for y'all. So if you're an existing user
Wow,
paying full
thank you,
price,
Javi. That's amazing.
it
That's
is
amazing.
okay. It is okay. So just email hello@formwise.ai, and we will get you guys hooked up. Um,
Thank you very much.
yeah, absolutely. And with the offer, basically the agency plan is 199. It's going to come down to $99. So it's $99, 14-day free trial. And yeah, and a lot more features are coming as well. Long term, our vision for this platform is to basically eventually encapsulate every single AI engine, everything from OCR to the non-OpenAI specific engines. That way you can build all sorts of really cool and unique experiences. We really believe in sort of trying to democratize the value that people are generating with OpenAI so the average person can actually build something. Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Peter, are you there? There we go.
Yeah, hi, thanks. So it's the first time for me, and just for me to be clear about the use case. On the one hand, there's the ChatGPTs I can build, and on the other hand, there are apps, so like Laughable Boy and so on. I can build apps. So Formwise is something between, right? So
Mhm.
by understanding.
Yeah, so like any other AI tool builder that builds like apps, not just AI tools, but like apps, like say Lovable, those are definitely more advanced, and they will build the entire infrastructure. Now, it is from what I've seen, Lovable is more useful for building like front end stuff, like the landing pages. From the full on apps that I've seen that are built, you kind of need to know how APIs work, how the billing works, how the gating works, and you have to sort of articulate that to the AI, and that's for like full blown apps, like full blown web applications. Versus over here, we kind of start at the lowest common denominator, which is everybody knows what a prompt is. Everybody who knows how to use ChatGPT will instantly know how to build a tool in Formwise because every single copilot and every single smart form inside of Formwise is basically based on a prompt. It's basically powered by a prompt, and you're essentially productizing the prompt versus building a full-on web app like I think Build a Dev and what's that other one? Lovable does. Yep, and I think
Okay,
Peter has another question, or somebody else does.
many thanks.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So whoever is next, I didn't see who raised
Sean,
their hand
yeah,
first. I think,
Sean, you're up next. Sean Bailey.
yeah. Yeah.
Hi, thank you. Great presentation. Very interesting stuff. I have some clients who are probably going to have some questions about security.
Mhm.
Can you speak to that?
Yes. So we basically are on Heroku servers. and we are based 100% in North America, which is in the Virginia database cluster. I'm not the CTO. I wish our CTO was on here to speak a little bit more, but our security has passed audits because we work with specific institutions like the University of Alaska. We are working with another local college as well, and they also ask for very specific security questions. I can actually get more information. I don't want to kind of talk about what I don't know on this call from our CTO. So if you want to email hello@formwise.ai with those specific security questions, we can answer those. But we're 100% based in the U.S. I know our server is outside of Virginia, and it is based in North America. We don't host anything in some other country. The other thing too, all of the API keys I know are encrypted, so we don't really have access to those, which is why it's kind of annoying when support tells you, "Hey, we can't see your API key. You got to go get a new one because we can't help you basically see the API key." But that's just for security reasons. The other thing too, we integrate with Stripe, and Stripe is a very reliable payment system. But yeah, that's as far as I can authoritatively speak on the security aspect of our platform without our CTO speaking about the more specifics or answering, very specific security questions.
All right, thanks. I will follow up. I'm more interested in
Yep.
the kinds of security that people who work in financial services would
Right.
want to know is in place.
Yeah,
If
I
they're
do
using
know.
Formwise and their client, they're not sharing personal identifiable information, but their compliance people are going to want to know that there's solid security here.
Yes, and not to flex, but one of the newest enterprise plans that we just onboarded is actually building something for a Fortune 50 company based on Formwise. So I know 100% our CTO would be able to answer all those
All right,
questions
thank you.
in a better way. So yes. But yeah, next question. No more security questions. I'm just playing.
Patrick,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving and kind of cutting in and out, so you may have answered this, but um, I'm looking at taking Formwise and using it to monetize some GPTs and things that I build, a lot of different apps that I build, and comparing it with some other apps. But I think my question is there a way to control the usage? I know I can use my own API, but
Mhm.
if I have somebody go in there and all of a sudden they start cranking it out for somebody else and they're cranking out thousands of freaking tokens, uh, is it controlled per customer or
Mhm.
how?
Yeah.
So would I do that in my GHL account?
Yes, so that's a great question. So you would need to enable login mode, and then you would set tiers when they sign up for your tool. So that way, we basically have a login for them when they use the tool inside of the iframe. So if you see my screen here, I actually have a tool that already has paying users. And if I go to my plans, I have a free plan, a pro plan, and a unlimited plan. And in this specific plan, I can edit the pricing, I can edit the usage, which again, it will reset after a month. I can make them enter their own OpenAI API key, and it's only under one specific account. So your user will essentially have an account on your tool set within the iframe. So if it's being embedded in Go High Level as a custom menu link, they all they need to do is sign in one time, or create an account one time. And again, if you're bundling it already, like say you're charging $297 for a sub account, you might already be bundling this in there with it. Just set a free plan and then just set a usage for 1,000 credits. Another quick question we get is, well, how do I manage what the tools cost? You can click on tools here and you can actually set the custom credit cost. Because the reality is if you're building a research tool and you're giving them a research tool inside of the sub account that uses O3, well, that's going to cost more than a smart form that generates a Facebook ad copy. And then that way you can sort of control what the actual credit cost is per tool. That way you don't get caught with them using a really expensive tool over and over and over again. And when it comes to expenses, I don't want people to think that OpenAI fees are expensive. They're actually not. To give you some context, we have about 1,000 end users, and our OpenAI bill is about $90. And we use almost exclusively Foro. So just to give you some context, it's not that expensive. But again,
I just look at token control. So what is it? So on here where it says credit costs, so are we that's the cost that we would get a credit from you? Maybe I'm not sure what a credit is.
no, no, yeah. So basically, whenever you connect your OpenAI API key, you are getting the bulk wholesale price straight from OpenAI.
Right.
Then you are the one basically adding your cost or whatever
So
you
this is
want
a
to the
rebilling.
cost.
This is
Yeah,
rebilling?
essentially rebilling. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, rebilling I can get. I do that all kinds of stuff. So,
Yes. Yes.
Super.
Exactly. And
Awesome.
you control it at the tool level because some tools will be more expensive than others. Especially if you have a tool that's run on 3.5, that'll be crazy cheap, literally cents, versus a O3. They're a different story, right? So, and you can set plans too. So at the plan level, so plan A gets 10 credits, plan B gets 100, plan unlimited gets 20,000, that's all available to you. And you can also set the price, and the plan can also be customized so they only get access to specific tools. So, and actually, this is a tool set that actually has login mode on. I think if I click on my users, you guys will see that I have users in here that I've been testing with. I should have, I think it says 76 users. And I can open Stripe and I can look at all these users. Obviously, most people are signing up for my free plan. But if you don't have a free plan, then they have to sign up for the paid plan. Or they can sign up for the free plan, and that's your lead magnet. Because remember, when they sign up, you can actually have a sign up webhook. So as soon as they sign up, we send you their sign up data so they can be retargeted, so they can be added to your CRM, a welcome series, whatever it needs to be. Maybe you need to also send them an invite to your membership area. All that can be automated.
Right. And I don't see anybody else behind me. So that would kind of be what I was looking at, is like if you had a community and go high level and you want to bundle this with, coming to your community, whether you had a free community or paid community, and then in the community, they are, or maybe like you said, you bundle it with a SaaS plan that you already have, and they get the custom menu link that would automatically log them in here. Or I could have the same link on my community so people could go in one at a time and go to that tool set, right? So I could say, here, I'm going to sell you access to a tool set.
Exactly. And GHO has controls now, I think, in the SaaS plans where you can select custom menu links. Like, for example, look here, if you see my screen here, I have one of those tool sets embedded as a custom menu link. And this is kind of what it would look like for them. Again, but obviously it would be your tools. I think this is just an SEO one. And then they would use your tools within here. If you have other like GHL add-ons, like I don't know if you're familiar with Tom Bristol's tool, you're also able to embed them in other places inside of the CRM. So
beautiful.
Like one thing I like to share, this is my Go High Level. If I go to my contacts, and this always blows Go High Level people away. If I just click on one of the contacts here, and again, this is Tom Bristol's tool. It's I think the theme customizer. Well, he lets you add custom buttons inside of the Go High Level. And what I did is I'm like, okay, I want this custom button to launch an iframe, and it's basically launching a Copilot that I just added the ChatGPT logo to, and I made the instructions to be open-ended. So now my Go High Level users have access to ChatGPT within Go High Level, or as a Copilot, right? So
great way to make it sticky.
Right, exactly, yeah. And then same thing here. I have another button that launches a create custom email, and it automatically pulls the custom field into the smart form. So we have tutorials on how to do that. So maybe you needed to create a follow-up email or stuff. It's much more customizable and much better than the content AI stuff that GHO has, which they force you to nickel and dime your end users, which I hate doing that personally.
I use Closebot for most of the content.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Closebot's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Appreciate your time.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And next question, I think.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry about that. I had the cough button on. Juliet, you're next. What's on your mind?
Hi, thanks again, Jonathan and Javier and Julian.
Mhm.
It's great to see you again. I have an account, but I have a question because on this presentation, you used the term webhook, I believe, several times. So Jonathan was great and shared with me what it is, but can you tell me if that is something you can click within the Formwise platform itself, or do you have to do it outside of that and create it?
Yes. So it depends. So in Formwise, we give you the place to paste the webhook address on where you want us to send, for example, what the smart form gets submitted and the AI result. Where do you want us to send that information? So you need to generate that webhook URL with either Zapier. Zapier has I think an action called webhooks by Zapier, and they give you a URL. So when the smart form is submitted, we will fire all that data to your webhook, and then from Zapier, you can add it to a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, email it, whatever. Second option you have is if you don't have a Zapier account, but you decide to take advantage of our free Go High Level sub account, you can actually create a workflow, and you can actually start from scratch here, and you can go in here, add a trigger, and do inbound webhook, and the workflow will give you a URL that then you go into Formwise and you go into a smart form. Let's just say we want to edit this one. You go into the smart form and you just paste this URL into the settings. You turn on the webhook and you paste it here. So now anytime somebody uses this tool, we will send you the submissions and the AI result to this workflow. And all you have to do is fetch a result, save it, and then it'll let you create a contact with the email that was ideally collected in the form. You can send a copy of the result, save it to a custom field. There's other actions in here. I think you can connect your Slack. You can send it to a Google Sheet. You can even send it back out to another webhook. So there's a lot of cool things that you're able to do that. Even run it through another AI stuff as well. So that's all available to you. So you can do that here or Zapier. Zapier, the cool thing about Zapier is that they have more apps. So they have other things connected in there. But we do have a very in-depth tutorial on webhooks if you are interested in that, especially for the lead magnet case.
Okay, that'll be helpful. I'll probably jump on a group call that you guys have. I do want to just cover briefly. I know you don't want to talk about security too much, but this is, I think, a broader question. I also have consulting clients that are organizations and they're concerned. And I talked to a colleague of mine who's a technology officer, and he's saying that they have to pass certain compliance tests. Is there something that you guys have or you could create that's kind of a written short document that just expresses the type of security level that you guys have put in place that we can then give to our customers or our clients?
Yes. So most of the time, the end users don't even know that it's a Formwise built product because the one you're delivering you're basically presenting it to them as bespoke. Hey, look, we built this custom, Copilot or tool set specifically for your org. We can provide that information to you. And then you would basically, unless you want them to know it's Formwise, then we could absolutely just create something that's branded as Formwise. But yes, that is something we have done before. I don't have the exact information on that. It is compliance, basically, to know on how we're storing data, where the servers are specifically located, That's all things that our team can absolutely provide for you. That is a CTO question. Our CTO is not on the call, but that is something that we can provide for you without a doubt.
So we would have to ask for it. You don't have anything set right now.
Yes, I don't have
Got it.
anything at the moment to share. Sorry about that.
No, no worries. I just wanted to know. And it's more of a generic thing because it's really the technology department. They already have, obviously, their infrastructure, and
Yeah.
their IT team is saying, hey, what's the security? So it's more
Right.
of a general thing. They're not going to be that interested as to it's Formwise or it's this or it's that if it's embedded in what I'm offering as a consulting tool. So
Yeah.
that's what I was getting at with that question.
Yeah, and I think you do bring up a really good point, guys, is that a lot of organizations don't want their employees using ChatGPT because ChatGPT is using all the conversations to train their next model. And they could be giving, like, the employees could be feeding ChatGPT sensitive data. Via the API, unless you explicitly opt in, which they do kind of make it juicy to opt in because they'll cut your API fees. But by default, if you use any product that uses a OpenAI API key, which Formwise is one of them, OpenAI does not train, or they say they don't. Of course, we're going by what they say. They are not training their next model with the information given to these tools. So that's another thing that you can sort of tell your clients, hey, this is a tool that's powered by OpenAI, but OpenAI is not using the usage to actually train their next model. So that's another thing. And again, like the reason we haven't integrated DeepSeek and other non-American engines is particularly due to that security. Because you're giving a Chinese model like your data. We have no idea what's happening to that. It might be okay, but that's not something we can sort of stand behind at the moment.
Understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And I think
Okay, next we've got Dale Ollie.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hey,
Hey,
Dale.
Javier. Thank you for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a few questions about what's included in the agency plan. Is it are we able to have GHL sub accounts, and is it white labeled?
So you only get one sub account. It isn't the white label 297 plan that Go High Level offers. It's more so a sub account for your business. So think about, you're basically signing up under the Formwise Go High Level agency account. Now, if you ever wanted to upgrade, we would make that super easy for you because Go High Level lets us actually click two buttons and we can eject you into your own Go High Level account if you ever wanted to upgrade and white label and so on and so on. This is a fantastic opportunity if you're new to Go High Level because I've been in the Go High Level space since the beginning of 2019. I've watched it grow to the monster that it is now, and it's not easy to learn both at the same time. I mean, actually, I take that back. It's easy to learn Formwise on your own, but it's not easy to just master Go High Level in 30 days because there's so many features, and people build entire businesses teaching people how to use Go High Level because it's so robust. It's a good thing. But the problem with that is, and again, I see it all the time, have friends, and I know people that sign up to Go High Level. They sign up to Go High Level for 6 months and they've not gotten a single thing off the ground because there's just so many features. There's so many shiny objects. So with Formwise, if you decide to sign up for Formwise, we give you that free sub account. That way you can learn the Go High Level ecosystem because Go High Level is the future for a lot of this stuff. They have basically every type of internet marketing tool that you would need to run an online business. And Formwise fits in really well into that because, again, if you're running a course, you want to AIify the course. If you have a membership program, you want to add AI tools into the membership program. If you need a website, there's a website a website builder in there as well. So that's just what it is. It's just a sub account. It's not the resale version of Go High Level. But if you ever wanted to be on the resale version, we would just help you go and upgrade via Go High Level directly.
Okay. Are there any fees added on to the Stripe fees?
Fees added onto the Stripe fees. I believe there is a 10% platform fee for any billing done through the tool set. There is a 10% platform fee. Okay. With that being said, another feature that's on the roadmap that's currently being worked on is inbound webhooks. which means you will be able to take payment off of Formwise, how you're already doing it. And as long as you send the information over to us via webhook, you will be able to take advantage of the gating mechanism inside of the tool set. I didn't want to bring that up because it's not ready, but basically you'll be able to basically create accounts inside of your tool set, but the billing is going to be handled wherever you handle your billing: PayPal, Stripe, Venmo, whatever, Gumroad, anywhere you take the money, as long as you send us the information of the email, the name, so we are able to create the actual user and send a user a password and log in to your tool set. So that is coming. So that way you're not sort of glued and sort of like literally glued to Stripe, because I know Stripe isn't the best for some people.
Okay. And lastly, in custom pricing, there's custom domain. How does that work without custom, and how much if you just wanted a custom domain put in there or a subdomain of your domain? How does that all work?
Yeah, so on the agency plan, you are able to essentially add a custom domain to your tool set. So right now, if you open a tool set, let me see if I've got one open. Yeah, so this one, for example, so this is a tool set I have open in the browser, and it says app.formwise.ai. If you wanted this to say app.yourwebsite.ai, you're able to do that at the moment. There is a custom domain in here, setting somewhere in here. Now, with that being said, though, most people don't use a custom domain because they're already going to embed it on a page that has their domain. So you don't really need a custom domain in that scenario. But that is available to you on the agency plan. On our enterprise plan, which when I say enterprise, guys, that's more of an engagement with our dev team to sort of figure out your needs. You might just need one kind of industry specific feature. You might need a full build out. So it's kind of a very broad description of what it is. But on the enterprise plan, we can actually white label the entire app for you. That way, there is literally nothing of Formwise down to the source code. So that is available on the enterprise plan, but that's neither here nor there. But that is available there as well. But does that answer your question? Just want to share
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Absolutely.
All right. Would you have time for a couple more yet, Javi? How are you doing on time? Okay.
We good. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Sean, you're next. What's up, Sean? Sean, you were muted. There
Yes,
you go.
I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. Just a quick question about the iframe and its ability to mimic the look and feel of our existing site. Are there any limitations in how, sometimes I've seen these integrations, it's like you can tell kind of looks like your site, but it's not really.
Yeah. So I'll show you one, and I'll out here live. So, and again, I'm the owner of this tool set, so it's automatically going to log me in. A actual user is going to pick a plan. So if you go to this website right now, like it'll make you pick a plan. It's going to make you sign up. And this is what it looks like. I have it fully iframed into this page. Now I can make it look cleaner if I decided to make like my page white, so it just embeds neatly. It is mobile responsive as well, so you are able to do that. The other thing too that we recommend is go and either use our icon generator or go and create some custom icons with Dolly, for example, and it'll make it look even cleaner. There are some UI improvements that are coming as well. That way the tool can look even nicer. So, but this is kind of what it looks like out in the wild. Again, your end users don't see this top bar. This top bar is hidden to them. This is just so you can edit it as you're logged in. But this is an example. It's breweryoS.com/dashboard. This is what they see. So it's the same thing in a say if this is going to be embedded in a course builder, it's going to be embedded in the section wherever the lesson plan is, or maybe some course builders do allow you to sort of iframe a custom menu link, kind of like Go High Level does, and then it looks super clean. And in that case, it kind of looks like I think I shared it earlier. It looks like, of course, I close it. think I have one in here. AI toolkit. I think it's that one, or yeah, I think I closed the tab for that one. It
But
was this one.
the end user would be seeing that left-hand column where it said smart forms and copilots.
That is up to you. That
Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
okay.
yes,
I just want that.
yes.
I don't want people clicking around and like, what the hell is
Yeah.
this?
Yes, yes. You can customize it if you want them to have the tool separated by category. You can, rename the
Oh,
tab,
okay.
your name or your icon. Like what I've seen is like some coaches, specifically the ones that kind of walk people through a framework or a system. They'll say, "Hey, step one, use all these tools. Build your offer, your avatar, your mission statement. Number two, build your campaigns. Number four, build your cold email stuff, your ads." And then it's basically easier for the end user, which actually I forgot to mention this. This is actually kind of cool. So in the login mode, your users can actually save their responses too. I can't believe I forgot about that. Your users can actually save responses from other tools and then use them as inputs for another tool. So I forgot to mention that. And not just that, the end user can actually save the responses and create a profile in here. And this profile can be customized by you with custom fields. So essentially, this acts as a memory. So anytime they use any of the tools, the tools tap into this memory. So if they want to upload their catalog, their pricing, their XYZ, their dream or their business plan or whatever, anytime they go use any of the tools, it taps into that memory. I forgot to mention that. That's actually really powerful because it makes it so your tool set is essentially a AI workspace for your end user, for your client, for your audience. I can't believe I forgot to mention that. That's my bad because that's an awesome feature.
So then our users would have a user ID with Formwise. We'd have like,
No,
no.
no. They would essentially have, well, technically yes, but it's your tool set. They would they would see your specific tool set, and they don't see Formwise. Like your iframe is embedded in your ecosystem. So they're signing up to your tool. They never see the builder. They never see,
Yeah.
like how you built the tool. They're essentially just signing up to another AI tool. Um, so yeah, that's how that would work.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. I think that is the last of our questions that we've got. Everything else has gone through. Does anybody else have anything for Javi you want to ask or go through? I know we've had a lot of questions about GHL. I'll try to summarize those as quick as I can. And Javi did a good job earlier in his. If you have an existing GHL account, you do not need to switch. Formwise will absolutely work within yours. And Javi, if I say any of this wrong,
Yep.
let me know.
Nope.
If you
Nope.
want to migrate your existing high level account over to this new sub account, that is an option that's available through high level.
Yep.
It's fairly straightforward and easy to do. I mean, it literally it's incredibly straightforward and easy, but it takes 2 steps maybe. It's very simple to do, but you do not have to use that. The benefit of the free sub account is that it gives you essentially, well, it gives you a go high level account that you can use to do everything that you want to do, and it gives you Formwise for $99 a month when you're likely paying $97 a month just for the GHL part itself. So it's an incredible opportunity. And I can tell you, myself and my company, we've used GHL for the last 4+ years. It's amazing. We still use it every day. Our business runs on it. It is an incredible platform for everything that Javi talked about. And if you're going to be going out and trying to sell these, you want to create landing pages, you want to embed things, all of that is so incredibly easy to do within high level. It absolutely makes sense to use that tool when it becomes available. So that's one of the most common ones that I saw. Just a reminder, I know a couple of people were saying they were going to get the offer and were not seeing the sale price of the $99. You need to put in the coupon code Jonathan in order to get that, or it won't show up for you. Javi, one question that came up a couple of times, I know on handled earlier, but they're curious if they subscribe at the $99, how long before the price changes? Is that just for 1 month or is that for multiple months? What's that look like?
Y'all are grandfathered in that forever. Like as long as you don't cancel.
There you
Yeah,
go, guys.
you
You
guys will
can't
have,
ask for a better deal than that. That's amazing.
yeah, yeah,
There is no Kimberly. There is no extra cost if you have GHL now. You just would have option to migrate your GHL account if you wanted to, or you can totally ignore the GHL sub account that comes from Formwise. You do not need to do anything with it. So, for
you,
example, you guys know, I mean, we've got an agency plan with Formwise and use that, and we're not using the GHL, not because it's not valuable, but I've already got a white label reseller agency account with High Level that we pay $300 a month for, or roughly that. So I don't have a need for it because I can set up as many sub accounts under that plan as I want. I don't need it, but I still get to embed Formwise. I still can use it. I still can create all the landing pages. So there's absolutely no obligation. That GHL is just a massive bonus, and it really helps keep your costs really, really low. And candidly, GHL is a tool you need to run most businesses anyway. So it's just a
right.
really, really good opportunity there.
And the templates we have for GHL, if you don't, if you're not going to use the sub account we give you, you already have a GHL account, you can still get access to the templates. Like the one I just pulled up earlier, like I have templates for like the Brewery OS one. You can actually load in the home and dashboard already kind of built in, and you can import it into your existing one, change the copy, change the logo, change all these specific images, and you're ready to go. And there's a few other ones in there. I think there's a dozen total in different folders. So if you ever needed to basically literally have a funnel to sell the tool, you have it. We will give you that to you as well. So and it's super easy to embed stuff. There are tutorials. We have a tutorial tab here as well. So if you're new to GHL, again, I know GHL is a ton of stuff. So we have a tutorial little library here as well to help you get started with using this as your CRM. Because trust me, you don't want to pay both invoices at the same time. You don't want to go sign up to GHL, 6 months pass by, and you're still learning how to build a funnel with it. We want to help expedite that because, like Jonathan said, whether you use Formwise or not, GHL is a powerful platform to run your business on. So, and it's very cost effective as well. Cool. Any
Awesome.
other?
That's all I'm seeing in there. Javi, I just want to say thank you. You, Formwise and Whitebeard, we've been partnered up now for a number of months. So love working with you guys. We so appreciate your support, the communication and all that. You guys are amazing. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to come on here and share this huge offer with our community. I think it's an incredible value if that's what they're looking for. And if you're looking to figure out how to, monetize and put a gateway in front of those custom GPTs or the forms, we talked a lot about copilots today, and that's, the equivalent essentially to a custom GPT, but don't forget about the form features. The smart forms are really amazing, especially like for client onboarding and things like that, where you need to have a client answer a certain series of questions in a certain way, or if you've got a formula that you're following through an AI process that you need to ask questions. The smart forms are really just incredible for that and provide a great solution. So awesome. With that, Javi, any last words? Otherwise, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We had a great turnout. We had, we had over 900 people register. Of course, they don't all show up online. But that's all right. All the replays will go out to everybody. We'll get that posted. Javi, anything you want to share before we call it a day?
If anybody has any questions, if you signed up and like you're having trouble, or maybe you signed up accidentally without the code, just email us. Say, hey, I was on Jonathan's webinar, and I'd love to take advantage of the deal that was on the webinar. We will honor all of that. The email is hello@formwise.ai. But other than that, same thing, Jonathan. We're so grateful to work with you. We love your community. Definitely the best AI community, I can say without a doubt.
Make sure you tell Jeff Hunter that next time you talk to him. Okay.
I will, and I'll brag on you a little bit, guys. Jonathan, the value he provides in that group, it's all integrity driven, and it really is amazing. Anytime I have somebody that asks me, "Hey, I see you're an AI, you want to learn, I want to learn from you," I'm like, join this Facebook group. Like
Thanks,
all the
Javi.
other ones have spammers and stuff. Jonathan's got that group good, so I appreciate working with you, and like always, thanks everybody for giving us a little bit of your time, guys.
Yeah, and a quick call out I didn't get a chance at the beginning. Sherry Stockton joined us again to help manage the chat. Sherry is amazing. Sherry, we so appreciate you and all the value that you add. It really is a huge weight off of me to know that Sherry's in the background taking care of stuff and often keeping me in line. So Sherry, thank you for that. We appreciate it. All right, guys, have a great day. We will send the replay out via email along with the offer and get everybody what they need. If you got any questions, reach out and let us know. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.